G'day guys, this time in the Iron Empire, we got upgrades for the Fairlane, new merch, and cars and coffee in the Barossa Valley. Alright, first up, I just got to, I want to replace the rear shocks in the Fairlane, and I have to replace the window regulator. All boring stuff, but it's stuff that needs to be done. And then hopefully get this saggy old roof lining sorted out. Now this is the dirtiest my car's ever been, I reckon. I had to do a job in an industrial spot and that was dirt roads and I haven't managed to clean it yet, but it's going to happen tonight because this kills me. And don't chuck out your old rubbers, they can be so handy for all sorts of things. And the same with these big flat washers. Quite often you need something with a real big outside diameter but a small hole, and these are really thick, so they're handy. You can weld with them and use them for bracketry and all sorts of stuff. So keep all that stuff. Now I've decided that I'm going to modify this upper bracket because with the articulation of the diff, when the car's quite low, it does rub. But driving at standard height, ride height, it seems to be fine. But I want to be able to drive it really stupidly low. So I'm going to upgrade this bracket or modify this bracket so the actual mounting point is probably about 2 or 3 inches higher, which will in turn get me about 2 or 3 inches lower of drivability before it rubs. Now obviously in a straight line it's no worries, you can drive this thing with it completely aired out, but yeah, just going through like spoon drains and steep driveways and stuff is a bit of an issue. So that'll be an upgrade for another time, but for now just the shocks. Hopefully we'll sort out a bit of the bumpy ride. Alright, so I haven't got the best feeling about these shocks. They're the apparently heavy duty Munro gas reflex. That's down. And this old 15-year-old shock feels about the same. So fingers crossed they drive better, but I'm not feeling too hopeful. Alright, Maiden Voyage with the new shockies, and it's hard to tell, I'm only in the back streets so far. Alright, I'm gonna get it down to ride height. It's probably around 50 or so PSI, and we'll see how it handles the bumps. She was a little bouncy before. It's hard to tell, but I think it actually is a little bit better. I'll check back after a decent cruise. Alright, all clean, ready for coffee and cars tomorrow morning. So we'll get up, hit that up nice and early tomorrow and see what's out. This is the first one I'll be attending since the COVID shutdown, so hopefully it should be a good one. So I'm just heading into J-Car to pick up a couple of camera bits, like a new tripod and stuff like that. And this is the best part about owning cool cars, is that when you walk into shops, you turn around and have a good look. If you can't do that, you're driving the wrong car. Alright, so it's Sunday morning and we're on our way out to Newry. We've just pulled into the town and we're running a little bit late. It starts at like 8 AM out here, but cars get here by like 7:30 to get a good spot. But it's all good. It gets till goes to about 10:30, and I'm a bit spoilt today. I've got Andy on the camera, so I don't have to hold that. Yeah, so we're just gonna pull in, have a bit of a look around. There should be plenty of nice cars. So far we've seen a couple of nice cars getting around already. So yeah, we'll have a look around and show you guys what's out in the Barossa. Here are Bruce, the event organiser here at the Barossa in Newry, and we're doing this on the fly because it's super awkward. We're in public talking.
That's right, exactly.
And how good's the turnout?
Insane.
Massive.
Yeah.
First one since the Corona shutdown-ish thing.
Yeah. First one since March. With the easing of restrictions, it's made it pretty easy to have it, as long as you've got your COVID-safe plan and everything in place, which we do. Largest turnout we've ever had.
Really?
Over 200 cars, yeah.
200 cars, there you go. And we're nearly at the end here.
Yep.
And as you can see, we've had all sorts. There's GTRs, there's minis, there's modern muscle, there's classic muscle, hot rods, Euro, freaking everything.
Yeah, anything goes.
Anything's welcome, but luckily, it somehow naturally ends up that it's like a perfect blend. Some shows are just all old, some cars, which I prefer anyway, but some cars are all new, which is, to me boring, but this is just like absolutely spot on in the middle.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't matter what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So out
Old,
here,
new.
where's the location?
So it's at Beckwith Park, which is Providence, Barossa, in Europe.
When is it held?
First Sunday of every month.
There you go, you got it. We're heading down to a shop called Stitches and Sound, who's run by a fella named Steve. He found me through YouTube and offered to help me and fix my roof lining. So we're going to check out his shop, see what he gets up to down there, and see how it's done. These guys know what they're doing. The apprentice down here, Alicia, has been ripping out the roof lining, already cleaned it all up, and she's literally already getting it ready for fabric. So yeah, they've literally been on this thing for like 25 minutes, and I would have been easily 2 hours into this already. So it's kind of strange having someone else work on my car, but I won't complain. Very good. While the pros are getting stuck into this roof lining, I'm doing a set of whiteboards on this cool little van of Steve's. And then once we're done with all that, I'm going to get him to show us around some of the cars that he's got. So he's got some pretty cool stuff in the garage hidden out the back here. So yeah, we'll get all this finished up and then we'll get Steve to give us a bit of a tour. I'm stoked with this roof lining. It looks so good now. So huge thanks to the team down there at Stitches and Sound. Steve has a few projects on the go. His workshop's chock-a-block full of customers' cars and also his own stuff. He's actually got a real tough little Datsun 1200 coupe with an LS in it, and that used to go on his little tilt tray back pickup truck that he used to go around to all the burnout comps and places like Summernats and enter all the burnout comps, and pretty tough little rig he's got there. But unfortunately he had someone pull out on him and T-boned that truck, so he's actually looking for like an old school cab to put on that truck. So if anyone knows of anything out there, get in touch and I'll let him know. Yeah, look, he does all sorts of hot rod trim, custom standard replacement stuff. He does all sorts, and also sound installation stuff as well. So custom boot fit outs and fiberglassing, all sorts of stuff. And I was actually even lucky enough, he done a new seat for my white wall machine, which is well overdue. So a huge thanks to Steve and Alicia down there at Stitches at Sound. If you want to get in touch with Steve, you can find him on his Facebook page or Google him and hit him up, because yeah, it does very good quality work. All right, well, that's it for this episode of the Iron Empire. Thanks for coming and check out updates on the Fairlane. There's plenty to do, but you'll see that in the future. Come back next week because there'll be a different car, new upgrades, and something for everyone on this channel. So if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, leave me some feedback, check out the online store, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers, guys.